680's Richard Southern joins us. Richard, here we go again. The price of gas is about to rise even higher.
Yeah, hate to be the bearer of bad news again, Francis, but we're going up another penny at midnight tonight. That's going to bring the average price for gas here in the GTA to $1.49, just 1.1 cents away from a record high. Not looking so good there at the gas pumps, and it comes as the price of oil trades around a 3.5-year high and amid some weakness for the Canadian dollar. Boy, it's tough paying these prices. How exactly are Toronto drivers dealing with the high price, and has it changed their driving habits? We hit some gas stations to find out.
Have you changed your habits?
Not really, but I have to get some gas because we have to travel, you see. I have to go and see my son, Faro and Pickering. Every week I go twice or 3 times, up and down, up and down. Oh boy, really, it's killing me.
Not really, because I don't drive that much, and I just, I just do it because it's convenient, and, and it's not going to make a huge difference for me, but I imagine for some people it might.
I want to change it, so hyper something car.
We can be glad, though, Francis, we're not in Montreal, where the price tonight is going up to $1.51 a liter. Gas is expensive everywhere across North America. Even if you're driving down to the States, you're going to find elevated prices right now.
Still a deal, though, compared to our prices, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So Tim Hortons has taken yet another hit in another reputation ranking.
Yeah, that's right. It has fallen from 13th spot to 67th spot in a reputation ranking by the Reputation Institute. There was a similar poll out last month that showed Tim Hortons' reputation sliding as well. It all follows a big public spat between Tim Hortons' parent company and a disgruntled group of franchise owners. This is the a poll I had up on my Twitter today, Francis, asking if your opinion of Tim Hortons has changed. And indeed, leading the way is by 57% is people saying yes. I have a worse opinion of Tim Hortons now than I used to. Of course, that's my very unscientific poll. We have seen stock, though, in Tim Hortons move lower amid this hubbub between the franchise group and the head office.
So the federal government has just passed a bill that will change airline and railway ownership limits.
Yeah, this could have some pretty big implications. So it means that the foreign ownership limit for airlines like WestJet or for Air Canada is going to rise to 49% from the current 25%. So we could see more foreign ownership come in, could result maybe in more low-cost airlines starting up. It's also going to raise the ownership limit for CN Rail to 25% from the current 15%. Now, interestingly enough, the only person near that limit is Bill Gates, who owns a near 15% stake in CN Rail. There's also some new rules going into place that govern rail shipments. So this is Bill C-49 being passed into law in Ottawa today, Francis.
Bill Gates is an owner in CN. Who knew?
Big owner in CN, as is Warren Buffett, his good friend, who sort of advised him to get into the railway business. Yeah.
Very interesting. So tens of thousands of Las Vegas casino workers have voted yes on a strike that could cripple Sin City.
You know, we spend a lot of our tourist dollars as Canadians down in Vegas, Francis, and you know, if you got a trip planned starting next week, you're going to want to take note here. Vegas could literally shut down as of June 1st, a week on Friday. Tens of thousands of union members voting today, 99% in favor of a strike. These are bartenders, room attendants, cooks, servers. They basically run 36 of the biggest casino resorts down there, so it could cripple Sin City. What's the traveler to do? We talked to Jonathan Carroll from TravelNation.ca.
I have a feeling they're going to find a way to find resolution on this one.
Worst case scenario, though, they don't. What are my recourses as a traveler? Will I be able to get a trip refunded if I see there's a strike?
Not quite sure, because that'll come down to the policies of the tour operators and the airlines. And as we've seen over the last several years, both the airlines and tour operators, when we've seen, an act of God or a hurricane or anything that's happened that way, they've been very proactive. When we get into a labor dispute, I'm not sure what the policies and procedures are going to be on that one, and how they're going to deal with it.
Francis, looking for more job security and higher wages could be a big story there next week.
Got to read the fine print on your tickets, right, to see what you're covered for.
You certainly do. It's luckily a lot of those Vegas hotels aren't too expensive, but certainly some of the luxury ones are, so got to pay attention to that, yeah.
Well, this could get awkward. Instagram has added a mute button.
So yeah, it could be useful in some ways. So basically, this will allow.
Like what, Richard? For what?
Like, you know, if you don't want to see Francis's picture of his breakfast that he posts every morning. I'm kidding. You're not on there, are you, Francis? You're not.
No, I'm a ghost on there. Actually, I am, but I'm not present.
You're an Instagram creeper, are you?
Is that what it is? No.
Anyways, they're going to put a mute button on, so this means you can not see someone's photo, but you can still follow them, right? So Twitter and Facebook have been doing this for a while. Shameless plug, by the way, Francis, 680 News, we've just started our own Instagram page. This is it here. You know, we're marking 25 years next month at 680. So this is going to give you a little bit of a look inside our newsroom. So please follow us. Our news director, Amber, says, Richard, try and get us to 1,000 follows. You know, or I might be out of a job, quite frankly, Francis. So
really? So it's like a telethon.
So please follow us. Save Richard. And I know City News also has a fantastic Instagram page. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I have one. I've never used it. That's why I'm a ghost. Well, I'm going to start using it.
Would you follow 680 for us too, please?
I will.
Okay, thank
absolutely.
you.
Okay. A rare bottle of whiskey has sold for a record price.
You're looking here at the most expensive bottle of whiskey ever. A 60-year-old Macallan sold for $1.3 million at a Hong Kong auction. If you're looking to do a shot, Francis, that'll set you back 65 grand a shot. Only 12 of these bottles were ever made. Prices for whiskey on a whole have soared amid big demand for Scotch whiskey. It's the in thing in the beverage business. But you got to have a nice chunk of change to be dropping $1.3 million on a single bottle.
And don't you worry that if you open up that $1 million bottle, it's not going to taste good, and then what?
I know, but you can't put any ice in that either, right? You got to take that straight up. Got to find the right moment for that.
Yeah, no adding Coke to it either.
No.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Richard.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, here's Tammy Sutherland.